Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Ariel Prieto from ARP Photos, and this is photography on a budget. So basically, today we're gonna be talking about this lens that I picked up not so long ago, and what I think about it. Basically, you know, if you've been doing photography for a while now, or you're starting off or you're intermediate, you know that photography is kind of expensive. I mean, like, if you looked around, you've seen the prices of the cameras, you've seen the prices of some of the lenses for these cameras. Well, some of the good lenses for these cameras. It's kind of expensive. So the other day I was a couple of not the other day. I mean, like, a couple of weeks ago, months ago. I was looking around. I was looking for a new lens. Something. I was gonna something within the 2.8 to 1.8, 1.4 range. The f-stop of 1.8, 1.4, 2.8. I wanted something that could work good in low light. I have some lenses that are great for low light, but I just wanted something just in case one of those lenses stopped working. And I found this as a backup lens. If you're a beginner, this would be a great lens for you to start off with. Even if you're a professional photographer, excellent to go pick it up to have in your backup kit lens, like, just in case something happens to your Canon lens or your Nikon lens. This is always a great alternative to have in your camera bag. So this is I don't know if y'all can hear that, but sorry about the train. I live, there's a railroad thingy next to me. But it's the Tamron 2.870 to 200 millimeters. This lens, as I paid about $1,000 for this. If you look around, you could probably find it cheaper. But overall, before I bought this lens, I started looking, and overall, it had a whole bunch of bad reviews. I'm a person that when I'm about to buy something, I don't just go and buy it. I look at reviews and reviews and reviews and reviews and some more reviews before I buy it. So some of the reviews I saw on it were, just trashing this lens completely. They talk so bad about this lens, but I saw this one review that convinced me to buy it. And the only thing that convinced me, because he showed some of the pictures he took with this lens, and I was like, those attack sharp images. I took his word for it that he said that he didn't do any editing after it. I was straight off the camera, and he sold me. Like, I was like, that's a pretty good lens. And basically, I'm gonna show you what comes in the box. Stop talking about I'm gonna stop talking about all this stuff I did before I bought the lens. I'm just gonna show you the lens. So this comes in the back box. As soon as you open it, you get this little lens bag, if you may say. It's pretty nice. I mean, you're paying about $1,000 for it. Might as well give you a free lens bag. It does what it's meant to do. It protects your lens from dust. Just in case you drop it. I would not want to drop it with this in it. But, you never know. I always keep my lens in here. And, I put inside my camera bag with this cover in it. I protect my lens really well. And it does its job. What can I say? It's free. It does its job. And I actually have the lens right here, but I have it mounted to my my secondary camera. But let me put the lens hood. Let me put some of these on it because I don't want it to get dirty. Put some on my camera. Put some on my lens. So basically, this is the lens. This is what you get when you buy the lens. I thought it was gonna be less sturdier than this. I thought it was gonna be kind of plasticky. I don't know why I thought that, but it has nice feel to it. Pretty heavy lens. Feels nice and solid. It feels like you paid Oops, what did I drop? I dropped the lens hood. But, you could tell there was a lot of, quality put into it. This is a good quality lens. And, just looking around the lens, it's made in Japan. And let me just show you the glass. Lovely. And let me take the back piece off. See if you could, I don't know if you can see it, but, it's pretty nice glass. And, I have no complaints about this lens. There's some things that I don't like about it, but overall, I have no complaints about this lens. It's giving me great results. I kind of find myself reaching for this lens a lot. Like, I go on a photo shoot, and I tend to go into my camera bag. Oops, tamron. Poop, put it on my camera. I started doing that a lot, so this is becoming one of my favorite lenses. The only thing, sometimes it comes in handy, but, I'm not a fan of it, is the manual focus setting, how you set the manual focus. Basically, you take this and you pull it back. And when the blue ring comes out, you're on manual focus, push it up, you're on autofocus. The thing I like about that when you are on autofocus, you can turn the ring, and it won't do nothing to your focus. So basically, sometimes I'm shooting, and I have my camera here, and I'm on autofocus, and all I gotta do is flip it like that. The whole thing flips, and my hand's always nice and sturdy on the camera. The other thing that kind of bugs me, it's not that much that it bugs me, because the kind of work I do doesn't really require it, but, it would be nice if it did have it. It's the autofocus. The autofocus is kind of slow on this. It really doesn't bother me that much, but sometimes it kind of does bug me. But, like I said, the kind of photography I do is in studio photography. There's not much I complain about. And you also do get this free lens hood, which we all know is always nice when they give you a nice free lens hood. So basically, I am going to be showing you, letting you hear what the... Oh, it's on it already. What the autofocus sounds like. Right now, I just mounted it to a T3i. This is one of my backup cameras, It's a pretty good camera. For the price, well, right now it's probably a lot cheaper than what I paid for it when I first got it. But it's pretty good. No complaints about it. It's served me well. So basically, so you can hear the autofocus. Took a little long to search. You hear that? So that's when it's searching. But it kind of, I've been in good lighting situation like right now, and I've been running around concerts, and when I go take the picture, sometimes it kind of agrees with me and it decides to focus pretty quick. Especially when I'm on my 60D, it kind of picks up focus really fast. But sometimes it decides not to. It's usually in a low light situation. But overall, it's a good lens. I have no complaint. I'm just gonna want to focus on you guys. See, bleep right away. So, see there, kind of how to search for it. But overall, I'm gonna put up some pictures. Probably like right now. As I talk a little bit more, it's going to start popping up through the sides of a photo shoot I just recently did. I think this was a couple of days ago. And like I said, sometimes I catch myself grabbing this camera because I love the color detail this camera gives. I had a flower shop, a product photography for a flower shop that I did. And this lens did a great job. All the pictures, I used a couple of different lenses, but then I stuck with the 70-200, and all the pictures came out great. The ones that I did with this were, the ones I did with this lens were all the ones I picked out, and, I like it. The sharpness on this is incredible. The guy that I told you I saw the review, I wish I remember the name of the video so I could, link them to this, like link it together with this, or like put the link up here or somewhere. I'm gonna look for it, see if I find it. But he tested it against a Canon L lens, and the sharpness was, you know, almost there. Like, you know, it wasn't that far away from each other. And when you're talking about, you know, like a $2,000 difference, you know, it's kind of amazing what, you know, these people could do. You know, I actually want to thank Tamron. Tamron, thank you. You guys made an incredible lens. Something else is this does not have vibration control, which that's what Tamron calls it. Canon calls it IS, image stabilization, if I said it correctly. It does not bring it, but, you know, there is ways you could, you know, go over it. You know, sometimes I tend to try to keep my camera stable as I can. You know, when I can, I use the tripod. When, you know, I can't use the tripod, you know, I use my monopod. Or, you know, sometimes I just go straight up, you know, hold it like this. And that tends to do the job, you know, as long as I'm not holding it like this. You know, it tends to do the job. I might put that picture up too somewhere, Ryan. I did like a concert, and, you know, I kind of broke the rule a little bit, and I was recording at 1/100th, you know, kind of messed it up, huh? I was recording at, I was taking pictures at, my shutter speed was at 1/100, and, you know, my images came out pretty good. You know, they're pretty sharp. And, I mean, it's a point where, you know, you go pixel peeping, and you zoom into people's eyes, you know, you look at the pixels, and everything's nice and sharp. You know, no noise in the pictures. And they come out pretty good. So I was like, you know what? This is a pretty good lens. So I definitely give this lens, how many thumbs? I only got 2 thumbs, but 2 thumbs up. A 4 out of 5, you know, in my standards. It's a great lens. Go out if you're, you know, beginner. I definitely recommend this for you. Go out, pick it up. If you're intermediate, you know, and you're looking for lenses and you don't want to pay, you know, you don't have the budget for it, go out, get this lens. You know, right now, go look for it. Go buy it. And if you're, you know, a professional and you need, you know, a backup lens, you know, but you don't want to buy another Canon L lens, go and buy this. You don't want to buy another Nikon, go buy this. You know, it's always a nice alternative. I know Sigma has another one. Sigma has a 70-200, but I didn't buy that one because I saw some of the pictures and the sharpness was off compared to this one. You know, like I said, the autofocus wasn't really a big of a deal for me, but if you are going to be doing sports photography and all that, I'll kind of shy away from this and go more towards the Sigma. But overall, it's a great lens. So, you know, 2 thumbs up for me. And I think basically I want to leave you at that. This is a great lens and I recommend it. And just to keep you up to date, I am going to be doing these videos more often. I just want to, you know, help people. I always have people asking me, yo, Ariel, what do you use? How do you do this? How you do that? So I am going to be having a couple of tutorials within Lightroom. I want to have a couple of, I might take you on some of my photo shoots. Try to answer some of you guys' questions. If you have any questions, just ask me. I'll be happy to help. You know, if you're just starting out with photography and this is your hobby, you know, feel free to ask me questions. You know, you have any questions on some of your camera controls, you have any questions on some, you know, some things that you don't understand, ask me and I'll be happy to make videos about it. I am gonna have a quick class that I'm gonna be having in a couple of weeks from now for beginners. Basically, it's knowing your camera. That's what it's gonna be called, and it's basically for anybody who's a cinematographer, photography. I started off doing cinematography, and ended up doing photography as I went along. As I started, you know, because I don't know if you these DSLRs that Canon makes produce excellent video. So I bought myself a Canon and started messing around with for video for a movie I was doing, and ended up getting into photography. Started liking it. So just let me know. I'll be happy to answer questions. And stay tuned for a couple of my future videos. A couple more reviews on some cameras, some tutorials. Just stick around. But check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. I have the links pop out here. Just go and ARP Photos on Facebook, ARP Photos on Tumblr, and ARP Photos on Twitter. Go check us out. Follow us. I put up pictures every once in a while of my favorite picture of the day. I'm gonna start doing that. Out of all the pictures I take, I'm gonna put up my favorite picture of the day. I want to start doing that. So just follow us. I appreciate your comments. If you like the video, like it. If I was helpful, like the video. But yeah, man, thanks for watching. And this was ARP Photos, photography on a budget.